So this is stage 4 of building my own SQL engine from scratch. So in this stage we are going to build a query planner that will traverse through all the nodes generated by AST and arrange it in a proper sequence which can be executed, and it's going to give a linear order of all the nodes, right? So let us first talk about the data structures. This is enum. Here the first one is scan, which means it will scan or read all the rows of a table. Filter is going to put the conditions on the rows and select only those rows that satisfies the condition, like age greater than 20, right? And then we have sort. It is order by or group by. Project is project. It will finally show the what? It will finally show all the columns that are necessary that we want to see. For example, select name comma gender. So we will get to see name and gender, only these two columns through project. Next, we have created plan node. So each node of the plan is going to have all these fields. First, it's type one of these four types: scan, filter, sort, or project. One of these type. Table, it is again going to hold the table name. Then column, it is going to hold the column name on which we apply the condition, like age greater than 20. So age is the column where we apply condition, and this condition holds the condition node. Remember our structure: left side of the operator, right side of a operator, and the operator itself. Then we have vector of columns that will store all the columns that we want to show. Now let us see in what order we are going to traverse the AST and in what order we are going to put these clauses for execution, right? So yeah, this portion I have already told you: SQL clause and execution operation. From is considered as scan, where is considered as filter, order by is considered as sort by, and select is considered as project. Now in this portion, select name from, in this example, select name from users where age is greater than 20. We will generate an AST which will be in this format. Select from where, it will be select where from, right? Then the real execution. How does the real execution vector looks like? First we scan, right? We will scan all the rows. Then we filter all the columns that satisfy, all the rows that satisfy the condition. And then sort by, we will arrange the rows in ascending or descending order. And then project, we will select only those columns that the user want to see, right? And SQL syntax order here is the little bit analogy of how it is going to work. So any normal SQL syntax looks in this format: select, from, where, order by, and we have some operations or some tasks filled in between, right? So real execution order, how it looks like: from, first we will go to the from node, from clause, then where, then order by, and then select. And they are considered as, from is considered as scan, then where is considered as filter, order by is considered as sort, and then select is considered as project. So this is going to be our project structure and how we are going to traverse through AST and arrange all the clause in a proper order for the execution by executor, right? Getting back to our query planner.cpp, here you can see we have again declared AST node star root, which is going to point to our select node generated by AST. Then until we do not reach any null pointer, we keep traversing or updating the value of AST by its child node. Here you can see AST is getting updated by its child node. We will iterate in this order until we reach null pointer. So first we check for from node. If AST is getting typecasted to from node, here AST is getting dynamically typecasted to from node pointer, right? So if this selected portion does not return any null pointer, that means f is valid and it's of type from node. So, and what does from node store? Let me show you. It stores table, name of table, right? So it will store name of table inside plain node. Now what is this plain node? Here you can see plain node is capital plain node. And what is capital P plain node? It is the structure plain node that we just talked about. So from node is going here in parser.cpp, sorry, queryplanner.cpp. It is actually filling this table name value here, right? Here you can see it is filling that f arrow table name. Table name is getting filled inside this structure plan node. Okay, same goes for where node. AST is getting dynamically typecasted to where node, and if it is not empty, then where conditions will be filled inside plan type. Remember, plan type again we have where condition, this, right? So conditions will be stored here, and the same happens for order by node and select node. Here we are iterating to the next AST node or the child node, and finally at this portion we have reversed all the traverse node. But the problem here is that I'm getting wrong sequence, a wrong execution sequence that I will show you in when I run the test cases, and you get to see that the execution sequence are wrong. So I don't understand at this portion that how the execution sequences are getting wrong even after the AST is getting a correct AST is getting generated, but here I'm getting wrong sequence order, right? So let's run the test cases. Test parser.cpp. Yep. Here you see. By the way, our execution order should be scan, then filter, then sort, then project. Scan, filter, sort, then project. Let's see or check it from the beginning. Yep, from here. Scan, then project, fine. We don't have any filter or where operation here. Scan, filter, project, that is also working fine. Scan, filter, project, again it passes the test case. Here you see, this is the problem. This is a bug right here. You can see sort is getting printed first and then scan followed by project, but the order should be scan, filter, sort by, and project. We don't have any filter here, so it should be scan, sort, and then project. We have one bug right here. Yeah, here's the warning, sort appears before scan, right? So scan should always appear first. We always need to scan all the rows. Here the same problem. So whenever we are getting this sort condition, we are facing problem side. You can see the moment we have this sort, we are getting wrong execution order. Scan filter project. You can see this is correct. Scan and project correct again. Scan project correct again. Yeah, the whenever we are getting sort, the execution order is getting disturbed. So I think there must be something to do with this sort or order by clause, or maybe because in some of the portion I have not written, and I remember in one of the file I have not completely written the order by portion. I don't exactly remember that file. Here we have order by where maybe lexer, comma let order by we have executed catalog. Nah, nope. Semantic, where node select node from node. Yep, yeah, here this portion semantic nodes, right? It checks the semantic or the meaning of the actual meaning of the input string. So here I have not put any condition for order by, so maybe because of that I'll check into it. But that was all for this video, where we made our query planner, which will return the vector, right? And this vector will be used by executor to execute all the SQL queries in that specified order. So that was it for this video. I'm sharing everything on my GitHub page, Medium page, X, and maybe even in LinkedIn. Stay updated, stay in touch, watch the videos if you got interested, and you can also comment, whether be good or bad. You can always give me suggestions, right? So and again, I'm building SQL engine from scratch using AI, of course, because I have no idea about this topic, and I thought execution is the best way to learn instead of reading just theory portions. Here I'm learning theory as well as executing things parallelly. So that's it. This is Zulfar signing off.